I will now share the plan for our final fight. As you know, we are facing Jinn, an Ifrit class, similar to what I encountered in my previous singularity. The Jinn is extremely powerful, but only within its domain. Our first goal is to overlap its domain.
How do we achieve that?
By using Perfect Override, Zero will be the one to activate the scroll.
Zero is a mage, so he can't use that scroll since it requires aura. It might even kill him instantly, as the aura's requirement exceeds his capability.
I understand your concern, Ilya. That's why I will use Perfect Bonding. Through that, anyone bonded with me will be able to use aura channeled from me.
Mordred moves closer to Ghana and pulls at his shirt, showing her anger and disapproval.
I object to this plan. You've already used too many of those damn scrolls. You'll be in danger if you keep using them. How many scrolls have you already used?
5, I think. Well, it doesn't matter. I've survived in the previous singularity after using all of them, right? Don't worry.
Don't worry my ass. You're already bleeding from your nose. That's it, I'll break your arms and strap you on the bed right now.
Ghana hugs Mordred tightly, trying to ease her worries.
Darling, listen. We've come this far, let me finish this once and for all. Okay? Trust me.
Mordred, with a soft spot for her beloved, finds it hard to say no despite her fear of losing him in the final battle. She pulls away from the hug and moves back to the group, her expression filled with deep concern for Ghana.
Okay, I will only bond with the masters, which includes Zero, Rin, Sakura, Big Sister Fraga, Ilya, Soichiro, and you too, Kirei.
Everyone nods in agreement. Kirei looks at Ghana calmly.
First, allow me to ask a question. How does defeating the Holy Grail release the original heroic spirits from the throne of heroes? Right, I'll explain this, especially for Medea, as you're the one who will use your rule breaker to pierce the Jinn's soul and gain full access to all the world functions linked to the Holy Grail.
I'll listen carefully.
Imagine a core system that operates a computer. You delete something.
I don't use computers. I live in a temple with Mr. Soichiro. Do you see any tech freaks around here? Because I don't.
Fair point. I think I understand. It's like deleting a crucial file from the core system of a computer, and rendering the computer inoperable. Is that the basic idea? Yes, actually Medea will know what to do once she accesses the soul of the Jinn, like accessing the root of a database, but I'll explain in advance so you grasp the basic concept. Holy artifacts and functions such as the Throne of Heroes, the worlds, and such are all part of one interconnected network. The Holy Grail we're dealing with serves as a hub for these functions. If you delete one of these functions out from the list, like you're accessing the root in a database, it'll break them. What happens once they break? To simplify it, this triggers a hard reset across all connected Holy Grails through all singularity. They will cease to function. The Throne of Heroes itself undergoes a forced reset. With Medea accessing the root, she can rewrite the rules to redirect all original souls to this singularity, and the souls return to their original owners who are currently present.
Sweetheart, won't that lead to a mass summoning throughout the world? Many servants will appear in various places.
Not quite, big sister. Those who aren't currently present will wait to be summoned into this world as their original selves. The problem lies in the method of summoning since the Holy Grail will cease to function. At least the original soul part has been confirmed. Proven? How? I got a visitor from the future. I believe I've mentioned this to all of you before.
What about the first part, that functions and core system stuff? Is that also proven to be true?
That's my hypothesis. Since everything operates as a function, that's the method we can use to address it. Medea may grasp it when she accesses the soul, perhaps.
Perhaps? So there's no guarantee? It's a hypothesis. Testing it will turn it into a theory.
Will it erase the data, like my information already stored in the Throne of Heroes? I don't believe so. The data is already engraved, like a hard disk. So, essentially, we're living as one big set of data? Yes, you are correct. But this is not the Matrix, you know, Keanu Reeves.
Some of the servants remained silent, as this discussion ventured beyond their usual knowledge. However, for the masters, the concepts and ideas put forth by Ghana began to take shape, slowly unraveling the complexity of their current predicament.
Alright, back to the plan. After I use the perfect bonding, we'll divide into 3 groups. The first group will enter first, followed by the second group after a few seconds, and the third group will follow after a few minutes. The first group will consist of Mordred, Ciro, and Soichiro.
What? Why am I in the first group? I want to stay with you.
Darling, listen, you as the only heroic spirit not summoned through the ritual of the Holy Grail War, you are 80% closer to the original. Your current mental state is stronger than anyone else here. If Emiya or any other servants were to come first, they could be desummoned on the spot or have their minds corrupted by the Grail. So please, when inside, protect those 2 from any incoming danger.
Mordred pouted but eventually agreed to the plan.
Fine, I understand.
Ghana handed Ciro a perfect override scroll and Soichiro a perfect dispel scroll.
How do we use these? Unwrap the scroll and let it levitate in the air, then call the scroll's name. For Ciro, imagine a scenery, it could be a mountain, a riverside, or even Harajuku. Just make it constant and consistent. Just focus on the scenery. For Soichiro, do the same, but instead of scenery, focus on the enemy. Put all of your intentions on the enemy and do not lose focus.
Will there be any side effects for Mr. Soichiro?
No. Just stay focused.
It will keep draining your aura, won't it?
No, it won't. The scrolls only consume my aura when they are activated for the first time. After that, they don't consume anything. However, if you lose focus, the scroll will burn up and disappear. So please, stay focused, and the servant who will guard them must protect them at all costs. Who will guard them? Right, for the second team, it will be Big Sister Fraga, Skaha, Artoria, Emiya, Rin, Medea, Hassan, and Gilgamesh. Your duty is to protect Ciro and Soichiro. Even if you see the Jinn standing still, stand guard.
So you'll be coming last?
Yes, the rest of us will come last. I can't wait to see this Ifrit, you call the strongest Jinn. If I fall unconscious, destroy the Jinn's armor. He has 3 layers of armor. The first one can be easily destroyed, the second one requires more effort, and the last one is the problem. The last armor is the toughest one, it's his own skin and body.
Would a nuclear bomb be sufficient to destroy this Jinn? Should you take one with you?
Funny, and your higher-ups will initiate the detonation once we're all inside the Jinn's realm.
Will it work though?
I have no idea. Gilgamesh's full-powered Aya is the same as destructive like a nuclear bomb, but we'll see. What about Ruler? Should we leave her in that state? Let her be for now. It seems she's trapped within her own memories. It appears that this perfect infinity might not be entirely reliable.
Sweetheart, what should we do now?
Alright, I'll give all of you 10 minutes to prepare whatever you need. Afterward, I'll use the scrolls to open the portal. If all goes well, it should take a minimum of 4 scrolls to defeat this Jinn.
Will you be alright after all of this?
Medusa, I will be alright.
Everyone disperses throughout the temple to make their preparations for the upcoming battle. Ghana, meanwhile, engages in conversation with Naomi and Mordred.
Hey, Ghana, that Gilgamesh is quite the handsome blonde, isn't he?
I'm a guy. I don't really find other guys attractive.
Well, I must say hi and have a chat with that handsome guy. Watch me.
Naomi approaches Gilgamesh and attempts to engage with him in a friendly manner, even patting his back. Gilgamesh, in his usual manner, finds Naomi rather bothersome and doesn't respond positively to her advances.
Is she a friend of yours?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not exactly surprised.
Please do not bring up any breast-related topic on this.
Oh, you know how insecure I am with that. Hey, honey. I love you to the moon and back.
Huh? Why saying that all of a sudden? Did you pick that up from a porn magazine?
Of course not, you dumb imbecile. I am talking to Ciro and Rin and learn 1 or 2 things. Why is it that when you are talking I feel like a harlot? This happens so often that you'd think I'd be used to it by now. Hey Ghana, I have a question.
Yes, Skaha?
Do you know who I am?
Bazit gets close to Ghana and whispers in his ear.
Hey sweetheart. Terminator 2 movie. Skaha Schwarzenegger, Terminator class servant.
Wait, what?
Just play along.
Ghana quickly goes along with the act for Skaha.
Oh, that outfit. I know it. You must be Skaha Schwarzenegger, the one and only Terminator-class servant. Where is your bike, Skaha?
See, Master? Your little brother is much cooler than you. He's a man of culture. He knows his stuff. So, about my bike, it's a Kawasaki Ninja, a green one.
ZX-10R?
You know?
Of course, 998cc inline 4-cylinder, 4-stroke, 16 valves, liquid-cooled. Skaha Schwarzenegger really knows her bikes.
Ghana, please, don't enable her. That's it, Master, I'm officially Ghana's servant now. You can take his saber as your servant. The fuck? Alright, good luck riding that bike without any papers. I take it back. I'm still your servant since you're so annoying.
After a few moments, Naomi returns to Ghana after her encounter with Gilgamesh.
How did it go?
Hey, fucker doesn't even have a Friendster account, let alone a phone number.
Well, there goes the handsome blonde you wanted to meet.
Alright, that's it for me. It is an honor to meet you again, Gnosis Landscape. And hey, don't die.
I'll do my best.
With that, Naomi and her team returned to their positions to set up the perimeter.
Captain, did you plant the tracker already?
I did, on that blondie's back. We'll see if this Jinn realm can be tracked somewhere in this world.
As time runs short, Gilgamesh approaches Ghana and Mordred.
Mongrel, back at the church, you were about to use a scroll. I want to take a look at that scroll. Oh, alright.
Ghana retrieves the red scroll, the perfect infinity.
This one?
Gilgamesh takes the scroll and examines it.
I have a similar scroll, but it's not red. What? Do you have this scroll? How?
Gilgamesh uses the Gate of Babylon to retrieve the items he mentioned earlier.
This one. It looks similar, doesn't it? What? This is the last perfect toughness. How did you come to possess it? A long time ago, a scholar sought refuge in my kingdom and offered me this scroll. Despite my efforts to study and use it, it yielded no results. Take this useless item, it only sullies my treasury with its uselessness. Wah, thank you, King of Heroes.
Ghana smiled while looking at the scrolls in his hand.
What goes around comes around. It came from a scholar, and it will go back to a scholar. Consider it a reward from a king for showing me what fear tastes like.
Everyone was ready for the final battle, their faces set with determination as they looked at Ghana. Ghana pulled out one of the scrolls and prepared himself.
Siro, Soichiro, when you enter, quickly deploy the scroll and concentrate. Mordred, protect them. I understand.
Leave it to us, honey.